picnic there as well?
Well, I can't see any.
Oh dear, have you looked?
Of course I've looked. You'll have to order some.
Well, we need some crates of start-up as well, and I certainly can't manage them.
Yeah, well, I'll get Ray to shift them later. Luke, stop worrying.
Yes, well, the place has to be kept going, love. A public house doesn't run itself, you know.
I know, Auntie Annie. We can manage.
I'll have to be very careful how I put it to her. She's very independent, is Ina.
I think it's what's known in common parlance as a blind date.
Oh, well, I can't put it to her like that.
Well, perhaps not. She's not exactly a romantic.
Oh, well, it's nothing to do with being romantic. You see, it just happens that Handel's an old friend.
Well, that's also common parlance. Just good friends.
Oh, well, if you're just going to make remarks...
Oh, no, Mrs. Caldwell. I do see it's a thorny one. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes.
No, neither would I, but I am. I don't even know the name of Handel's friend. I don't know what he's like.
Well, if he's a friend of Mr. Gartside's, he can't be all that undesirable, can he?
Well, except he might be a brass bander like Handel.
Well, is there something wrong with brass banders?
Only Ina had a regrettable episode with a fellow who was a brass bander.
Well, I'm sure it was a good long while ago.
Oh, yes, she was only a lass. Only she wouldn't want reminding.
Very good evening to you, Miss Nugent.
Hello. She's in the snug if you're looking for her.
Thank you. Hello, Mrs. Caldwell.
Oh, hello, Handel. You've caught me off guard. I was expecting Ina.
Is it all fixed up?
Well, I'm waiting for her now. I shall have to be very diplomatic.
Do you mean it's going to take some doing? Well, look, I'll stay and give you moral support. Have some whiskey and that.
Oh, well, I shall get tipsy if I do.
Well, that's the general idea. Dutch courage. 2 whiskies, Miss Nugent, and anything you fancy for yourself.
Oh, thank you. Coming up.
You know, on second thoughts, I think it'd be wiser if you weren't here.
You're not trying to get shut of me, are you?
Oh, no, it's just with Ina coming.
You know, it's about time you and me got to know each other a bit better.
Have you seen your friend?
Yes, it's all fixed up.
Oh.
Now, look, don't go getting cold feet. You're doing a good turn, not begging one.
2 whiskies.
That's the same as 10 bob, isn't it?
Good enough.
There you are. That'll set you up.
What's the name of this friend of yours?
George Mulliner. Nice sort of chap, George.
Oh, Mulliner. Yes, it's got a nice sound to it.
Oh, there's nothing much wrong with George.
He's not a bandsman, is he?
Is he, heck? His one fault is he's tone deaf.
Oh, well, I don't know that that's much better.
Mrs. Caldwell. She's here. Good evening, Mrs. Sharples. Milk stout.
Your memory's not failing then?
Oh, hello, good evening, Mrs. Sharples.
Mr. Garside, you keeping well?
Handel's just going, Ina.
Hey? Oh, I just popped in for a drink, you know.
So you're knocking them back 2 at a time these days, are you? By heck, the rot's set in.
Yes, I reckon we can do one another a favour. If you can lay your hands on an invoice. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. I've got it. Oh, aye, in the strictest confidence. Thanks very much. You've been very illuminating about Mr. Alan Howard. I'll see you.
Favourite bit of the day, this closing up. Don't you like running the shop? Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you've got to make a living, haven't you? But it's nice when your time's your own. Like it is now. Do you have anything planned? How do you mean? Well, for tonight, are you doing anything special? Taking a bit of an interest in my private life, aren't you, Miss Nugent? Well, I thought you might like to come to the pictures. We could go together. There's marooned on at the Empress. We could still get there. Oh, come off it, Miss Nugent. What do you want to go to the pictures with me for? Well, I thought it'd be as well if you had company. Company? Well, in view of your trouble, I thought... You thought what? I'll tell you what you thought. Oh, please, Irma. Yeah, you thought she's gone round the twister, didn't you? Oh, that's not just because I nicked that kid. No, the point is... Yes, and you think you've got to go round with me on a lead in case I go nicking another. Why don't you come out and say it? Irma, honestly, I do think you'd be well advised to go to a doctor. Really, you don't have to be...
To be what?
Irma, if you're under a strain, a psychiatrist could help.
Oh, you rotten, lousy thing. Don't you think things are bad enough for me without you going on at me? Anyway, what do you know about it? You've never been married. You've never even had a kid. You've never had a life. What right have you got to go on at me?
What's up, kid?
What's up? You tell me. I suppose you think I'm half daft and all, don't you? Well, I don't need no help from no psychiatrist or Miss Know-All Nugent, neither.
What have you been on about? I suggested that Mrs. Barlow should perhaps see a psychiatrist. I think it would be best.
You're the one. You're the one that needs a flaming psychiatrist going on at her like that. Leave her alone. Didn't you know people do funny things sometimes? It doesn't mean they're mad. By God, you've got to be mad to carry on like normal half the time round here. Leave her alone, will you?
You've been a bit extravagant, haven't you?
£10 a pound, this, Blue Mountain.
£10?
Yeah, I bought £half. Come on, love. We're not going to end up in Carey Street for £half of real coffee.
We will, the way you're shoveling it in.
Well, if you're going in for real extravagance, you might as well do it properly.
Ooh, smells nice, I'll give you that.
Is Ken at home?
Ken? Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh,
It's real.
please, a strong cup of coffee might be what I need.
Why, what's up?
Oh, you've not been there,
Well, I really came to enlist your help, Ken.
Oh, what's your problem?
Well, it's not really my problem. I suppose I'm interfering where I'm not wanted.
Yeah, look,
but-
just hang on a sec, Miss Newton. I'll get another cup. The coffee might not be ready yet, but we can try it, can't we?
Is it anybody we know? I suppose it must be.
Yes, it's someone you know very well. Irma.
Oh, I might have guessed.
Look, love, if it's Irma, it's no concern of mine. I've had my fill of Irma's ups and downs.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yes, well, you're dead right. You get involved with Irma's emotions and you end up standing on your
well,
head.
let's hear what it is. As far as I knew, she seemed to be getting over it all very well.
Well, yes, on the surface, but I think she's disturbed. Seriously disturbed.
How do you mean, seriously?
Well, I think she needs help from somebody.
Obviously you do, but why?
Well, she has been under a great deal of stress, and I think it's... well, it's disturbed her.
Why come to me, Miss Newton? I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist.
I think you might just have hit the nail on the head.
You think she needs a psychiatrist?
Well, it's only my opinion, of course, but Ken, you could talk to
Oh,
her.
come on, Miss Newton. I think you're going a bit far. I mean, we all know that Irma's a case, but then she always has been.
Something's happened, hasn't it? Well, what is it?
Well, I can't tell you. She'll have to tell you
Oh,
herself.
come on, love.
Ken, I came to you because I thought you could help her. Because you do have... well, you do have a relationship, and I thought you might...
But, all right, but what is it? I mean, just what am I dealing with?
Ken, it would be much better if you spoke to Irma. I've tried. Thank you for the coffee.
You didn't drink it.
Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. Ken, please talk to her. I'm sure you could do something.
Oh, sorry, Miss Newton. Honestly, I really don't think it would help.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Miss Newton. Oh, what do you make of that, then?
I don't know.
She didn't drink it.
What do you think? I mean, I know she gets bees in her bonnet about things, but she's not soft.
Oh, forget it, love. If, and I say if Irma's got problems, they're hers and not ours. Come on, drink your coffee. Cost £10 a pound, remember?
Minnie Colwell, if you don't stop going round the houses, I'm going to need a street map to follow this conversation.
Oh, you can be difficult, Tina.
You're trying to tell me something about you and the wild colonial boy, aren't you?
Well, what I'm saying is, with me having seen a fair bit of Andy,
Yes, I've noticed.
well, you see, I don't want to give the impression that I'm deserting you for him.
Minnie Colwell, since you took up with Handel Garside, I've had the first chance in years to do my own thing.
Oh, well, that's all right then. I'll tell Andel to put Mr. Mulliner off.
And who specifically is Mr. Mulliner?
He's a friend of Andel's.
He's a friend of... Oh, it's all coming clear.
Well, we were going to ask you to come out to tea, only seeing as how you're doing your own thing.
You fixed me up with a fella, have you?
Well, Handel asked his friend, George Mulliner. They say it's very nice.
Well, why couldn't you just have come out with it half an hour back?
I wasn't to know how you'd take it.
I don't think I do either. I'll have to think about it.
Oh, good. That means you'll come.
Well, for the last time, I don't want to have anything to do with
But if
it.
she's in trouble, Miss Nugent's right. It is up to you, because of David.
Because of David? Well, we all know exactly what she did for David.
Oh, I thought you'd stopped handing out blame.
Well, maybe I have. But I've got no obligations towards Irma Ogden.
Nobody's talking about obligations.
Anyway, you're just intrigued, aren't you? Is there any reason you want me to go and see her, right?
All right, I'm curious, but I'm also very worried, which is more than you seem to be.
Can we let it drop, love? I've been looking forward to a nice, quiet evening at home.
All right, all right.
Why are we making such an issue out of this?
I'm not making an
You're
issue
quite
out of
right,
it.
you're not. I am. All I got to do is have a chat with Irma, right? Well, I'll do it. I'll see her tomorrow.
Well, why not now? Look, I can just get her over.
Hey, hang on a sec, love. I mean, you can't just say to her, come round here, my husband wants to probe your mind.
Wait. Irma? Oh, it's Val. Can you do me a favour? Could you just slip round with a bottle of junior aspirin? Yes, Peter's got toothache and I can't leave the house.
Had that all worked out, didn't you?
Yes, all right, love. I'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks. Oh, thanks, love. He's gone off now, but it's just as well to have them. How much do I owe you?
It's all right, pay me when you come in, I'll trust you.
Would I a cup of coffee while you're here, Emma?
Oh, get him. He's showing off, you see, because it's real coffee.
Oh, as long as he's not trying to be nice to me. I get very funny when people are trying to be nice. I think they're up to something.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to be nice to you, though it has been suggested to me that I should be.
By who?
Oh, just somebody who thinks that you're a little upset these days.
Not her again. It was once it, Miss Nugent.
If you like, yeah, she just suggested
I know
that.
what she said. She said it out to me face and balmy. Is that what she said to
all right,
you?
well, calm down. It's just that she's worried about you, that's all.
Well, what business is it of hers to be worried about me, or what's wrong with me?
Funny you should say that. I told her it was no business of mine.
Well, what are you going on at me for, then?
Nobody's going on at you. I persuaded him that if by any chance you were in trouble, then he should do something. Well, at least have a chat to you.
Oh, you think I'm half balmy and all, do you?
No, Irma, you're the one who keeps going on about being half balmy, not us. Why does that worry you so much?
I don't know. I can't help. I mean, it won't come as no surprise, would it? Runs in families, you know.
Hang on a minute, as far as I know, none of your
My
families...
mother, she's balmy. She made them funny phone calls to Elsie Tanner, remember? If that's
Oh,
not
well,
touched, I don't know what is.
That was ages ago.
Yeah, not all that important. I mean, what put that in your mind?
Things.
Oh, come on. It must have... I mean, you didn't dig that up for nothing.
You haven't been doing anything like that.
I have, you know. It was me what stole that baby.
What?
I said it was me what stole the baby. There, are you happy now you know I am balmy?
Irma, what ever made you do a thing like
I just
that?
did.
But I mean, the kid's mother, she must have been nearly out of her mind.
She never knew.
Didn't you think of that?
No, you don't think of nothing when you're round the twist.
Oh, stop saying that. You can't just
Look,
get
Val,
out
calm
of it
down,
by saying
calm
you're
down.
round the
You
twist.
yesterday, you was the one that said, oh, I do feel sorry for whoever's took it. Why don't you feel sorry for me?
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Yeah, no, it's because it's me. Well, why is it different? Because it's
Irma,
me,
it's a
eh?
dreadful
Val,
thing
shut
to
up.
do.
You
Yeah.
shut up
Take
and
somebody
all
else's-
of you shut up. Get me locked away if you want to, but just shut up.
So, Irma! Well, hope you're satisfied.
I don't think it's very tasty as it is. Here, see how you like this.
Hey, what time are we meeting Garside and his friend, and where? And is he paying?
Oh, I knew you'd come. At the tea house at 3:30.
3:30.
Yes, the one down Peel Street.
Well, is he paying?
Oh, well, I don't think that's a very nice attitude. Well, he always has done.
Attitude be blowed, it's the only reason I'm going. I'll call round for you.
You'll have to wait. I'm having me dinner.
Oh, don't let me stop you from stuffing yourself.
Oh, it's you.
Well, it's not Marley's ghost. Hey, is that all you're having? Fellas aren't going to fancy it at 6 stone, you know. Don't kid yourself. When you've got what it takes, feed it.
Do you think I'm normal? Do you?
Of course I think you're normal.
Why didn't I think of that kid's mother? It never entered my head.
I don't suppose it did.
Well, that's not normal, is it?
Yeah. Listen, when you do something like that, it's because you've only got one thing on your mind at the time. You don't think of anything else.
I mean, it's quite normal for someone who's not normal anyway.
Stop getting at yourself. If you'd have thought about that kid's mum and then took it, that wouldn't have been normal. You've had a lot on your plate lately, kid. And you've been a fool to yourself keeping it all down. It has to come out, you know.
And what happens if it comes out again? I mean, I don't know if I'll do it again.
Don't talk daft, of course you won't.
Well, you can't tell.
I can, I know. Now, will you forget it? Hey, can I steal one of them?
Yeah, can have plenty. We've got plenty left. There's not been many in today. I think they're scared of the Luna.
Hey.
Do you think I should go and see a psychiatrist?
A psychiatrist? You must want your head testing. Oh, I know, kid. Honestly, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's grand, lass. You've Lester Piggott to thank for this, not me.
You follow the horses much, Mr. Garside?
Oh, I like a bet. Gives you an interest of an afternoon.
Oh, do they have racing in Canada as well?
Aye, they do that. There was a Canadian horse that won the Derby this year, Nijinsky. Mind you, it's not the same class out there, you know.
Class?
You know, sport of kings.
Oh, not to have seen anything looking very like royalty outside Dave Smith's betting shop.
Oh, there's something about racing over here, you know. Ascot, the Royal Enclosure, and so forth. Class.
So you're a snob as well as a gambler?
Oh, hey, no.
You're a corker, Mrs. Sharples. It's all right. I know she means no harm.
Very nasty weather we've been having.
Shocking. Can I fill anybody up?
No, thank you.
It's an anticyclone over the North Sea. Are you interested in weather?
Oh, well, everybody's interested in the weather.
Ah, well, I made a study of it.
You don't happen to know a fella named Albert Tatlock, do you?
Is he interested in meteorology? I must meet him. Most people's knowledge of weather goes as far as barometer at bottom at lobby and no further.
All right.
It's interesting, you know. Facts behind what makes needle go up and down.
I see. And can you do out about whether it rains or not?
Well, nobody can do anything about that.
Well, what's the good of knowing that something you can do now about happens to be called a... That was your father?
Anticyclone?
Will you have some more bread and butter, Mr. Mulliner?
Fill her up, will you? 5-star. Check the battery, top up the radiator. Oh, and a couple of pints of oil. Oh, would you tune the radio to medium wave? Yeah. Hello, darling. I reckon you should get about 10 gallons in there, so just knock it off with your gaffer roses.
I'm sorry.
Your boss, he owes us 350 quid, minus 10 gallons and 2 pints of oil. I'll settle for 348.10. Are you with me?
Do you mind going back to the beginning?
Ah, well, my name is Langton from Fairclough and Langton. What's yours, by the way?
Miss Taylor.
Well, I can't call you Miss Taylor.
Janet.
Oh, just checking. Your, Mr. Howard said he'd put a cheque in the post before he went away. It never came.
Sorry, I don't know anything about it.
Well, he must have left somebody in charge before he took off. Can you sign a cheque?
Hey, I'm only the secretary round here.
Is there no one else in charge?
No, Mr. Howard does everything like that.
Well, you must send the cheques out. Have you sent one to Fairclough and Langton and Weatherford?
I don't remember all the addresses.
Well, could you check? Favour?
Oh, all right. What was it for?
Just a job we did at the hairdressing salon.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be me then. I don't do all his business, only for here.
Oh, that's that.
Even if it was for here, I couldn't help you. Mr. Howard definitely said not to pay out any invoices while he was gone.
Is that right? And what else did he say?
How do you mean?
Isn't it time you knocked off, Janet?
Oh, no, it's a bit early.
Yeah, I know, but we can have a run round till they open.
Eh? Oh, no, I meant. Fool. All right. Come back in about an hour.
I'll be here. We'll just have a little drink, eh? and a chat. I'll see you then. £3.11 and 6. That's all right, mate. It's all on the bill. You can keep the stamps.
Right, well, no, of course, that will be in Freddie Grimshaw's time.
Now, he was a singer.
His sister went to Canada, Alice Grimshaw.
Oh, he's one of the finest tenor voices going on, Freddie. Mind you, they're all like that,
Yeah.
the Grimshaws.
Does anybody want that cream slice?
Perhaps you'd remember as A Rose to Last Forever. I used to do a duet with him.
Roman in the Gloaming he was very fond of. I couldn't stick it myself.
If nobody wants that last...
Go on, love, you have it.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mulliner.
You know, Mrs. Sharples, you and me had better get together. I'm a bit rusty, I've not kept it up like you, but I dare say it'll come back.
You better get a move on, kid. I told him we were going to meet him at 7:30.
Told you I'm not going.
And I told you you are.
Be better off on your own.
Ooh, not with Johnny Hennessy, I won't.
Is he still around?
Nor half. Hey, you won't half go for his mate. Proper baby face. You'll have no trouble snatching him.
Oh, ta very much.
You see, kid, you got the sex right last time. You just got the age wrong.
I'm still not going. You'll have to tell Babyface to get him his pram and shove off.
And I've told you that you are. Anyway, you're dead right. I wouldn't trust you left on your own. That's why you're sticking on my arm all night. Anyway, stop worrying. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time.
I'll brain you. What's his name, any road?
I forget, but he's dead cuddly. Hey, try this, kid. It's just you.
It's no good you glossing it over. You were definitely having the conversation with Andrew.
You're talking like a big daft kid.
You did. You were having the conversation.
Well, we had something to talk about, which is more than I can say about you and Willie the Weathercock there.
Well, I still say that you were taking advantage, and Mr. Mulliner was asked specially, and you were very rude to
well,
him.
that's as may be. You were talking to him.
Well, I had to. I was just being polite, and you were taking advantage with Handel.
Minnie Caldwell, at our time of life, don't you think it's a bit late to be falling out over fellas?
Well, I was only talking about good manners.
Oh, no, you're not. And if you're so dead set on falling out with me, you're going to be very lonely, because he's off to Whaley Bridge tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, will I see you in Rovers tonight?
Only if you're paying, Ina.
I'm sorry I said anything now, if that's what happened.
Oh, no, it was my fault. I flew off the handle.
Oh, I suppose with children of your own, you...
Oh, it's not just that, it's...
Anyway, come on, chicken, drink up and let's get home.
I don't see what else we can do.
Yeah, what's more to the point is what's Irma's going to do.
What do you mean, what else Irma's going to do?
Well, I don't think she's going to pinch any more babies. But she's in a very depressed state. The problem is what she might do to herself.
Ken!
No, honestly, I think she's in a condition where she could quite easily...
Right, come on, Skinny, buy us a drink.
Skinny? Yeah. I was just walking down the street minding my own business.
And looking lonely.
So we dragged him in here, but what thanks do we get?
Mine's a gin and lime.
Will you make it two? Lickleins will do. We're only warming up here.
You were saying, love?
Something about ending up standing on your head.
That's enough, girls. Now just go and sit down and try and control yourselves.
Oh. Here.
Is it true that Elsie and Alan are coming home tomorrow?
Oh, yes, I've forgotten.
Well, now, isn't that nice? Because I've got a little welcome home surprise for him. And you know what? I think he knows what's coming. Cheers.